Welcome to The Flower of Freedom by Deborah J. Reeves. All rights to both the book and presentation are reserved. We call in all persons with good hearts and good intentions, and we hope that you will choose to become part of our project. This is the project to start 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000 or 1,000,000,000,000 virtuous cycles wherever they might be, wherever you might be. We invite you to have a seat in either the chair that we've provided for your imagination or wherever you are and wherever you're comfortable. We welcome you here as long as your heart is good. This is chapter 169, Instructions. Between them, the doctors decided that they would keep Marie in an induced coma for a couple of days. It would be more merciful to keep her away from consciousness for the time being, they felt. Bertie's coma was not induced. He was lost somewhere in his own broken brain, struggling somewhere between life and death. He was alone in a strange land where no one living could reach him. That did not mean that his brain was not active. It did not mean that he was not struggling to understand what happened to him. It did not even mean that he was alone in that land. Bertie found himself in a place that he perceived as an ice castle. It was a bright, shining place with deep, shining walls of ice that had that bluish glow of an ice castle. For a moment he marveled that it was not cold. Far ahead he could see a bright light, and up above he could see the endless blue sky. There was only one direction to travel. It felt just as though it was a one-way street, but there were no road signs. He traveled forward toward the light without hesitation. He started out wearing his winter gear. He knew somehow that he'd been unhappy or worried when he put it on, but he could not remember why. And now he felt a sort of elation and joy that made unhappiness seem very distant. He was walking along, looking up at the sky, ahead at the light, and sometimes down at his boots, when suddenly his boots were summer sandals. The ice beneath his feet was beach sand, and when he looked, his hairy legs emerged from frayed denim shorts that he was wearing, and the loud Hawaiian shirt that he and Philip had bought the second summer of university. Philippe was suddenly right next to him, in the same loud shirt, and he was wearing those weird green knee-length shorts that Bertie always razzed him about. Philippe was grinning at him. He said, "Bertie, before you start, the shorts are the same color as the leaves in the shirt, and I like it." The conversation seemed like the most natural thing in the world. "Hey there, Bertie. I'm glad I caught you. I have something important to tell you." "Philippe, don't you always have something important to tell me? I never met anyone with as many important things to share as you do, Philippe," Bertie laughed. "Bertie, don't you know that knowledge is true magic? I can give you every bit of knowledge that I have and still have every bit of knowledge that I have." Philippe grinned again. "Okay, oh sage one, tell me, I'm listening, but don't tell Marie that I called you sage one, because she thinks she's the sage one." Philippe smiled, the way he had of smiling when Marie was mentioned. "First things first then, Bertie. I love Marie." Bertie rolled his eyes. "You might be the slowest person I ever met, Philippe. Of course you love Marie. You're the only one besides her that has not recognized it. She loves you too, you dolt. It's about time you both faced facts." Philippe nodded. "I'll need you to take care of her for me." "Take care of her yourself, Philippe." "If there ever comes a time when I cannot take care of her, Bertie, I need to know that you will do it for me." "You are killing this buzz, Philippe, but okay. Cross my heart and hope to die. I promise to take care of Marie." Please don't say that part about hope to die, Bertie, Philippe said, as he looked into Bertie's eyes with worry. Okay, it was just an expression. When did you get so squeamish? Next, I need you to promise that you'll build the building, no matter what obstacles you face. Promise me. I'll do my best to run interference on obstacles, but it is very important. Tell Joseph and Marie that it must be done no matter what. Tell them yourself, Philippe. I promise to do everything I can to build the building. They can't hear me anymore, Bertie. You have to tell them. What's wrong with you, Philippe? Bertie asked. For the next few miles, the two friends walked side by side, discussing every detail of the building. It was as though Philippe was reading every detail from the book he had worked in. But he held no book. Oh, that reminds me, said Philippe. Ask my mother for the book. I left it on the second shelf just inside the door in Papa's library. Tell her that I love her, and if she does not want to part with the book, tell her that I asked you for it. Tell her that I told you to remind her that when I was learning to talk, I used to call giraffes kunkalos. Bertie looked at Philippe closely now to see what was wrong with him. Exasperated, Bertie said, Philippe, I'm not asking your mother for that book. I saw it last night on the shelf next to your bed in the dorm room. Don't you remember scribbling in it when I was trying to go to sleep? Tell your own mother about your own giraffes. I love you, buddy. You can marry my sister, but you have to take care of your mother. Philippe smiled a sad smile, and he continued. Tell Cara and Desi to take care of Marie. Tell Colette and Oscar that I really do love them. Tell my parents that they were the best. Tell Michaud and Suzette that the baby is beautiful and that I love them all. Tell Joseph and Nicole that I love their family too. Bertie, you must tell Marie that I have never loved anyone the way I love her. And Bertie, know this. No man has ever loved and admired his best friend more than I do. Now Bertie was worried. What the heck, Philippe? Stop it. You're worrying me. Tell everyone yourself. What are you playing at? That's the end of chapter 169. I hope you're enjoying the story. And additionally, I hope you'll plant your own virtuous seeds into the life of someone else who needs your care or kindness. I remain your friend, your hopeful friend, Deborah. Bye-bye.